Hey everybody, welcome to Insufferable Bastards. My name is Carlos Danger for the purposes of this broadcast, and I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Brian Spears. Hello, Brian.
Hello, hello.
All right, so we got a busy agenda here tonight there, Mr. Spears. Then we're going to review the movie called Red Rocket, directed by, I don't know who directed it, Sean something or other.
He did
Sean Baker.
Tangerine and
The Florida Project.
Florida Project, yeah.
Starring Simon Rex.
You said you're never going to step a foot in Texas again.
I know, this is unexpected.
Oh, nothing with you is unexpected.
Your last job is over 17 years ago. That's quite a gap.
Well, you know, I've worked almost every day for the last 17 years. I moved back in with my wife last week.
No, I'm calling the cops. 10, 9,
Really?
8.
We decided to make a run of it.
I just need a place to crash for a couple of days. What's the big deal?
Mikey, go fuck yourself.
All right, look, I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm an adult film actor.
Excuse me?
This ex-porn star going to make his way back into the porn world where he once reigned supreme. So that, in a nutshell, is Red Rocket. And I guess we can play a clip for a second from the writer, director, editor guy, where he talks about this film.
Well, Red Rocket is a film about a semi-washed up adult film star who is returning home to a small town of
I just said this, didn't I?
Texas City, where he's trying to sort of crawl back to his ex-wife, and because he's looking for shelter. And things play out where we get to see this relationship start to maybe perhaps mend until his old habits come back into play. And
all right, so that's the director, writer guy talking about this thing. And I just got to say, Brian, I hated this goddamn movie. Spoiler alerts too. I hated this movie. Did you like it? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I was not a fan of this movie. Listen, I think the performers do a decent enough job, but
look, this movie's about a pervert who tries to groom a teenage girl.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, he's successful. He has sex with her multiple times. Yeah, I'm outraged. I found this movie gross. I don't understand. What are the critics talking? What's so great about this movie? He's not, I heard somebody describe him as an anti-hero, right? Because he's a con man, he's a grifter, he's a lowlife. I like movies about grifters, con men, and lowlifes. You know what I mean? It's better than watching freaking Superman 19 or whatever the hell Marvel movies coming out. But I've never wanted a main character to die as much as I wanted this guy to die. And maybe that's saying something about the movie, because I was like sort of engrossed and following his story. But it's not an anti-hero. It's just it's a scumbag.
Well,
all these people are saying anti-hero. This is not what an anti-hero is.
But it goes nowhere. It's really long. It's like over 2 hours. And like there's no plot line. Listen, again, it's like you said, I love Donnybrook. There's that, I like a seedy, scummy movie at times as well. I just didn't think this
Barfly.
This went nowhere. The whole thing is a weird thing.
Oh man,
and
you can't say that word on YouTube.
What happened?
You can't say that word on YouTube. We're going to be demonetized, killed, deleted. But it's true. The dude's just a groomer. It's a movie that just come hang out with the groomer for 2.5 hours. It's getting praised because it doesn't take a side. It doesn't like damn its main character. And then there's all these critics saying it's like this. And these critics, just anybody who says this is like must come from money or must be rich, when they're always like it's an exploration of the poor or the working class. Because, he lives with his ex-wife, is on drugs and she's turning tricks for money and had her kid taken away. No, I know. Yeah, but you know what I mean? They're all scumbags, but he's the scummiest of the scumbags.
But he's taking advantage of them.
It glorifies poverty, right? You're just like the reason his female wife is in the position she is in because he had also groomed her, I believe. I just didn't really get what the message of this movie was, other than here's a scumbag for 2.5 hours.
That's my issue. Like if it condemned him, if it praised him, I don't know. Like that's the thing. There's no definition to this movie. The way it
doesn't
ends,
take a stand, right?
It doesn't
judge
anywhere.
him. It judges no one. And also, like the other things that are disturbing about
boring.
It's and the other weird thing is like you got the girl that he's going after who works in the donut shop who says she's 17, and she is a willing participant in all their sex, which is kind of graphic and creepy, which is a whole other thing. She enjoys the size of his penis, which is kind of bizarre. It's a really uncomfortable, creepy ass movie. And I'm just surprised that it was just completely embraced by critics and everybody loved it and everybody raved about Simon Rex. And it's like, this movie gross.
Also,
that movie.
He wasn't like, I mean, I don't know. Was
Kinda
it a
played
hard role to
variation of
play?
himself?
Yeah, like it was it a hard
Not
role
that he's not that he's goes for
Yeah.
jailbait, but you know, he's got a history of being a
Yeah, like
partier
I just
guy,
thought
Charlie
it-
Sheen buddy. I just wish it had ended with the character getting killed. I don't mean to take it personally out on Simon
guess
Rex, but that
it-
dude needed to die.
And that's the thing. There's no finale to the character, and it's not even like all right. You know how like Henry, another movie that's a very dark movie, it ends in a sense where it doesn't end, but there's a
That's a,
like
you know,
but it,
and that movie hits you a lot more.
but it
than
follows
this.
that the story of the movie ends. Maybe our character doesn't. You know what I mean? It goes. It's very ambiguous. This doesn't go anywhere, and it's over 2 hours.
Right. And Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer has a bleakness to it. And it sort of has this, I mean, it's obviously a very
But
depressing,
you're not rooting
negative,
for Henry, really.
negative movie. But at the end, you're like, okay, you know, these things happen. That type of evil exists out there. This sort of just, it almost has like a comical ending. It has like a whimsical ending. And I guess one of the things I've read about it is that, well, the movie is successful in that you were groomed. Because you like this guy, he's sort of charismatic.
really
Although
like
I didn't find that either. But these are what a lot of common denominators among the reviews were, and that it's sort of you think he's redeem himself, or you think it's going to be some type of Rocky story, or something will happen, and it pulls the rug out. You've been conned. He is a con man, and the movie itself is a con, deliberately so. But I really hated this movie. All right. That's it. God damn it. I got nothing else to say.
All right.
See you next time.
Later.